Live with Candice and Kris.
Welcome to the show. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Woo! One more day, and we made it to the weekend.
Yeah, I wasn't rushing.
You on your own, Dad. I'm ready for the weekend.
I love living in the moment. I'm all about today.
Man.
Tomorrow will take care of itself because it's not guaranteed.
I love that. I need that energy to rub
I'm
off.
not.
I'm just ready to sleep in.
Yeah, no, tomorrow is not guaranteed. Your next hour is not guaranteed. So I'm enjoying this moment right now. I'm in a space I've been meditating a lot more.
Okay.
So I'm appreciating the moment I'm in. I'm not thinking about tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about an hour.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that moment.
I need to get into meditating. I just don't get up early enough to do it. I need to carve out. Do you 15 minutes, 20 minutes? How long do you meditate?
It depends, really. I wake up early, so I have my coffee. I pray.
Yeah.
I sit down. It depends. There's no.
Yeah.
I don't set a time. I think I've just gotten to a place where I'm enjoying it so much more that it's going longer on its own.
I need to get up and do that too. I need to just set my alarm 15 minutes earlier and just get up and.
But even if you don't get up and do it, I always say make it a habit to have a good day. You have to decide today's a good day. You have to physically, out your mouth, decide today I'm winning.
You know who else said that? Our CEO of our company, she said that.
Yeah.
The other day, that you have to get up and say it to yourself.
I've been telling her that.
Yeah.
So when you keep doing it, it works.
Well, it's going to be a good day, world. We're going to claim it right now. This morning, y'all live watching us. It's going to be a good day.
You can claim it at any time, baby. We are live. You are watching us in real time.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. I wish we could see you and
talk to
call
us.
you out, talk to
us.
you.
Yeah.
But how was your night?
Night was good, so I'm trying to cut out eating late because I usually eat dinner around 9 or 10 o'clock, so I didn't do it last night. My parents said something about it. We were on the phone, and I'm starving. I could eat this card right now, so I'm trying to make it through the show because I'm so hungry.
Do you eat breakfast?
No.
We spoke about this.
I know. I don't get up early.
You're running your car. Your body is a car. You're running your engine on empty.
And I feel it.
So you got rocks and stones in you.
Literally. I'm on fumes right now. But how was your night? Good night?
I had a good night.
Yeah. I like your look today. You're so fresh and vibrant.
And alive and blue. And our makeup artist did this beautiful blue. So.
Shout out to Blair. Yeah.
But ready for a good show today.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, you're going to love this one. This fact is right up your alley, Kris.
Okay.
Listen for it. Fact of the day. So, marijuana.
Oh!
It's already a good.
It's already a good fact.
It's already a good fact. Okay. So marijuana-derived compound forces cancer cells to freeze and prevents them from spreading.
See?
Now, as a Jamaican, I already knew this, but you guys are just catching up. So more recently, scientists reported that the THC and other cannabinoids, such as CBD, slow growth and or cause death in certain types of cancer cells growing in lab dishes. Some animals studied also suggest that certain cannabinoids may slow the growth and reduce the spread of some forms of cancer.
So we can help fight cancer. Isn't that something? The gift that keeps on giving.
Okay, Kris.
Legally.
Kris.
Legally.
Kris, I knew you would like that. I knew you'd like that. But no, really, back home, back in Jamaica, we make what's called ganja tea. And ganja tea is what we give to people that are sick, that have cancer, that have skin ailments, that have anything.
Make tea out of those.
We make tea out of it, and it cleans you out completely.
Make me some, Candice. Or get one of your people. Or get one of your people.
We do not endorse the using of.
Legally. Get one of your friends to legally make me some ganja tea, Candice. I need to fight we need to fight off cancer.
Need to fight?
It runs in my family. I need to. No, really, y'all, seriously. legally. We're not endorsing it.
Now, this is really a study. You can read up on it yourself. It does slow the growth of certain types of cancers. But, you know, a lot of doctors won't tell you that.
Right.
Unfortunately, cancer, I think, is big money.
Yeah.
It's big money, you know.
Good fact, Ken.
I know. You
I like that one.
You're just going to use that now all of a sudden.
Oh, I'm an
Give your...
We fighting cancer out here, baby.
I cannot. Come on, guys. Let's get into the breakdown. Here we go with another story of excessive force that's totally unnecessary. So a body cam caught just recently an Alabama high school teacher being arrested and tased because officers said he refused to tell his band members to stop playing so that they can clear the stadium. Take a look at this video. So as you can see, the band was still playing. Officers approached the band high school leader and asked him to tell his students to stop playing. According to them, he did not comply, and what happened next is just another case of excessive force. What's really bad about this is happening in front of students, in front of faculty, in front of everyone, and this display was unnecessary. He wasn't harming anyone. He didn't have a weapon, but once again, here we go. Same story, different time. Excessive for absolutely no reason.
Okay, so I hate to be the devil's advocate. I hate to, but this story really pissed me off, and it's not by the police. The band director pissed me off. First of all, you know when you go to a high school football game, the kids like to kick it after the game in the parking lot, and at least where I'm from, almost always a fight will break out in the parking lot. So those police officers are trying to clear that stadium out. I want to know what was the reason that he was so adamant about not stopping the band from playing if the police are trying to clear out, you know what I mean, clear the stadium out. They're trying to get everybody to go home. So he put his life in danger. He put the kids' life in danger because what if one of the kids would have ran up thinking they were going to hurt him? It could have just, it was unnecessary. I hate, y'all can bash me all you want to, but I feel like the band director was tripping on this one. I don't think this was...
But my thing is this. So when the officers asked him to tell the band to actually stop, we can't hear what's happening in the video. So we don't know if he signaled. We don't know if it was fast enough. But when you come with excessive force like they did, that is unnecessary. So that is not necessary. It's a high school game. I've been to many high school games. There's a lot of people on that track. The band is not the only ones there. You have people, look at it. You have people in the stands. You have people on the actual track itself. So they could have just been finishing up. He could have been, okay, we're about to leave. It is still excessive. You're doing this in front of students. You're doing this in front of students.
At one point, the officers did say, we are going to arrest you. And if you saw in the video where he did the thumbs up, he was saying, that's cool, that's cool. So I felt like he was trying to test those officers. And unfortunately, he found out. Like, we can't make this one a black, I don't think this is a black thing, police officers. I feel like he was just being dumb. I hate to say it like that. If they're trying to wrap up, get everybody out, it was a rival school, so the tensions were already high. Get the kids out of there. Like, it's not the time to buck up and try to beat your chest in front of the police. I'm sorry, y'all.
Well, we're going to have to see what the story is and how it started because they still don't know how it started. You know, when we see just a part of those body cams, we don't get the full picture and we don't get the story before and a lot of times story after. So we got to see. We got to see what happens. Okay, but you can't deny this one.
Okay.
Just you can't deny this one. So a woman shot 5 people, okay, at a local bar because she couldn't get in. She was turned away by security guards because she presented an ID that does not belong to her. She walked away, but shortly turned around and just started shooting 5 people. I think she had somebody in there that she was after. You know I think that's my opinion on that. She was going in there to handle business, and it pissed her off.
You know what? I didn't even think about it like that, but that does make sense. But I was more so shocked of where it happened in Denver. You don't really hear about things like this happening in Denver. And it was a white girl?
She was,
you know what I mean? Like
somebody messed with her boyfriend.
Hey.
And she was like, I'm going to get you, sucker.
But But this gun problem is in our face.
Nobody died, though. Nobody died. So it's not funny, but it could have been. It could have been worse. Yeah. It could have been worse.
Thank God nobody was hurt, but
it could have been worse.
These guns are a real problem, and we see it every day. It's happening.
I don't think that's going anywhere.
No.
I don't think that's going anywhere. I think everyone at this point in America has a gun. I mean, it's a country where you can defend yourself. It's the guns that they're putting in the wrong hands.
Yeah. That's
where the problem comes in. They're giving it to, seems like, just anyone right now, unfortunately. Especially in Florida. So Kraft recalls their cheese, and it's quite a few different brands of it. So you have to pay attention. Those parents out there right now that have kids, you especially want to make sure you take out the Kraft cheese because there's a skinny film on the cheese that's not coming off with the regular plastic so they could choke.
So they did this because apparently the number one complaint from customers was the wrapper.
And choking.
I'm like, who had a problem opening up the American slice? You know the little ones you put on the hamburgers? It's like,
yeah.
People were right. So that's why they even changed the plastic in the first place, and now people are choking because of it. So don't fix what ain't broken, Kraft.
No, it's a temporary problem. The cheese does come off, but it has another small film that one of their factories actually did by mistake. So it's just make sure you check it. You don't want your kids to choke.
No choking over here. And on that note, we got to get into what's trending. So superstar singer Neyo's ex and the mother of two of his children, Sade Bagnaris, was recently arrested for helping her son fight a classmate. And not only did she help him fight, she pepper sprayed the kid. Now, the charges were filed by Veronica Madison, who was the mother of the victim. And she said that they waited on her kid to come out at the bus stop. They jumped him. It was videoed. And when police came, the witnesses gave the accounts of it. And a lot of people on social media are saying she was wrong for jumping in the fight. But a lot of parents were saying they would have done the exact same thing.
Wow. Okay, well, guess what? I have my to-do response, but we got to take a short break. We'll be right back with more Neyo after this.
Welcome back to the show. You're just in time for Unfiltered. So today's guest has over 20 years of experience in the transportation industry and is the founder of Community Connections Transportations, CCT, and Star Network Transportations. Please welcome to our show, Miss Kimber Saint-Preux. Yeah. Did I get it right?
Welcome.
You did very well.
Welcome to the show. Good to have you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking time to come and chat with us, Kimber.
Thanks for the invitation.
And we have so many questions. I want to dive into a little bit of your background, though. So you are from?
I am from Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
Native. Native.
So what was it like growing up here in Orlando, and what made you get into this?
Well, to be honest with you, my entire family is from here local.
Okay.
And when you're in a family, you have a whole tribe that you can go to for different things.
Okay.
And what really led me to this is our older tribe aged, and the newer tribe was very busy. And so what do you do when you have people who still need to go and need to be flourishing, not just going to doctor's visits and stuff, still got to go to church, you still want to go and play a little rummy sometimes. And so being able to extend my family with the community made this vision a possibility.
That's awesome. So, okay. Well, you started Community Connections Transportation, and you also launched Star Network Transportation.
Absolutely.
So explain to our audience the difference between the two.
Absolutely.
And really, what was that pivotal thing that made you say, I have to do this?
Well, the difference between the two companies is CCT, or Community Connections Transportations, is actually the B2B, B2G leg. In other words, we do business with businesses like hospitals, links, paratransit industries. So those are the businesses, hospitals, healthcare plans, those individuals that have a network of people that they have amassed that need to be mobile in order to get their services. So that's B2B. And then because not everybody has access to those businesses and the resources that they seed into, I started Star Network. And Star stands for Safe Transportation that's affordable and reliable.
I like that.
So Star came for the B2C, business to consumer. It's like an Uber Lyft. But the difference with us is one leg is I employ individuals through CCT, but I give other entrepreneurs an opportunity to spread their legs in the transportation industry.
Oh, wow. That's great. But what made you start? Because you have to have a love and a passion for the elderly to say, I see a niche here, I see a problem, I'm going to solve it.
I would love to tell you that I am like this guru, but I am so not a guru. Honestly, it's a ministry for me and my husband. It really started from there. You know, when you notice a need, you find a solution. And my father was always about, if you're going to complain, our local paratransit piece was not as efficient as you'd want it to be. And the reason it's not is because it's overladen, it's overtaxed, you know? And so as a result, if you're gonna complain about it, which my father was a component of this, then you need to do something about it. Don't just sit back and talk about what's wrong.
Makes sense.
Create a solution towards that. And honestly, I started out my life in research and consumerism. So we would look at products and see what worked for the mass. And then we would generate that data and put it out. I did that for Procter & Gamble and Dial Corp for years. We did the consumer research behind it. And when I started doing the consumer research behind transportation for older adults, there was not a lot out there. In any business, you have to have a customer. And you have to have a need. If there's no need, it's not there. But then you have to have funding. Because you can create a business, but it's unaffordable for those that are out. So we started our business with businesses so that we can amass a large transportation for the mass And now we're springing off, starting in 2004, Star full-time. Star has been there for 7 years, but it's only been available for businesses as they utilize our services in the bus transit piece. So now we have an independent car piece that ages with you. That's the uniqueness of our business. It's not a one-stop shop, and it's not a one-fit-all. We have 5 different levels. Curbside, that's where we pick you up at the curb, drop you off. It's a little cheaper, a little bit more economical. And then there's door-to-door. That's where we go to the first level or to the front door of the first level of a person's home. Then we have door-through-door, and door-through-door goes beyond the first level. In other words, I need you to walk my mama down to the doctor's office, put her in the doctor's office, make sure she's there. Then I need you to go back and get her. And then we do what we call a round-trip stay. That means the same driver picks her up, stays with her, makes sure she's okay, and delivers her back home. And that's for those individuals that are starting that onset of dementia. So for us, we're non-emergency medical transport. So we don't get real deep into, oh, I got oxygen, I got tubes. That's not us. You have to really, we do wheelchair transport. We do soft dementia, the first stages of dementia. And you just grow in age with the process. All of them are pre-booked. But we also have it on demand. On demand will cost you more than a pre-book.
That's awesome.
That's just the way it is.
So this seems to be like a growing trend, you know, the transportation industry for the elderly. Is this a difficult thing to start up for somebody that may be watching that's interested in trying to?
It is not. It is just as much in need as the large 18-wheelers that are out there. But this one you really got to have a heart for. For our population size, I will tell you this. We deal with people who are transportation disadvantaged, so that's people who are visually impaired, hearing impaired, or have some type of impairment that inhibits them from driving. However, we also deal with older adults. Older adults for us is 50 plus, because older does not look the same. I tell people all the time, I do not mind getting older, but I don't want to be old. So in order to stay mobile, that ensures that you don't stagnate and start to deteriorate. So we keep you moving. You may start out with curbside. Me and my girlfriends want to go out for the night. We'll have a really good time, but we don't want to drive. You know, we're going to the theater. Me and my husband are going to the theater. We don't want to drive. You pay to go with Star in that situation. And then as you start to progress, we look for resources in the community, such as links and such as your local paratransit authority to partner you so that a portion of your payments are done by them, or doctors, or different doctors that need you to be there, especially people who have macular degeneration. You know, those are pieces that allow the community to financially sow into your needs, even though you've not gone through maybe the full deterioration.
That's good. That's definitely something that's needed. There's so many people out there right now. So thank you for that service. I know I'm going to tell my mom about it. I'm going to tell everybody I know about it, because it's so needed. A lot of times they just need help to get to and fro. But I'm going to switch the conversation. And we're gonna go in another direction now, because I want your opinion. You know, especially being of a certain generation, because our generation today handles things very different. Very different. So the Neyo story. Okay, so Neyo's ex got into a bit of a scuffle defending her child against another student that was fighting. She actually jumped in, put the child in a chokehold before pepper spraying the child. Now, as a mom, if I see my child in a fight, obviously, unless it's a gang, like they're jumping my child, as a grown woman, I'm not jumping in.
or he's losing. Yeah.
I'm not.
Or he's losing.
No, I'm not.
I ain't watching my kids.
I'm gonna let him lose. I'm gonna let him lose. I'm gonna let him lose. Get your butt kicked.
I think on some level, every parent does this. They really, truly do. They look at your child. He's out there. He's struggling, and you want to help him, right? You want to get in. You want to get. But there is something to be said about that. And I always go back to my butterfly theory. And it's very, very simple.
Right.
If you help a butterfly out the cocoon, it's gonna die.
Yeah.
His idea of his mother is forever changed.
Right.
His idea of how to handle adversity has absolutely changed.
Right.
So yeah, there is a person that's in me that's the old Kimber or the younger Kimber.
Right.
It's like get in there and go. But then there is another part that appeals to the path that I've walked that lets me know that I'm going to do more harm than good.
Absolutely.
And so in this case, he's on his own on this one.
He gotta get his butt kicked.
He's gonna get his butt kicked, and
Get
he's
your
gonna
butt
get
kicked.
stronger for it.
You gotta
choose. You gotta measure up who you can go against.
I'm with you. You gotta get that beat down one good time. And let me
Just
tell
one
you,
good dick down.
in my house, back home in Jamaica, you come home beat up, they beat you up.
You get a whooping for getting beat up.
My father used to say, if you get into a fight and you lose me, I'm gonna lick you down.
Well, listen.
So, listen, you learn quickly.
But I gotta tell you something about that because it's in the South too.
Yeah.
You get your behind
I'm from
beat.
the South.
Yes.
We're South.
Tennessee.
So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my husband is Haitian, so he's Caribbean, so he sees things a lot different than me sometimes. Or maybe not so different.
Right.
But I will definitely tell you this. One of the key things that we are married on is the way to raise our son.
Yeah.
Good.
And we filter in both of us.
Good.
So when you start talking about who gets the first beat down, he learns to measure up his competition and where he can actually get some good licks in right at home. if you get big enough where you think you can roar up at me, it's my job to let you know what you're going to have to fight to get there.
Period.
To be at the top, you got to be able to conquer the giant. I'm your first giant.
That's right.
Measure
Come on, Mom.
Measure your competition.
Come on, Mom.
Amen.
No, you
Get your little beat down, little boy.
You won't be jumping on everybody.
You won't be, look, that fight won't happen so quickly.
You're absolutely right.
And then mom pepper spraying, then you bringing the parents in, and that's a whole nother ball. You don't want to
And
do
now
that.
she has a legal fight on top of it. This did not die. This just escalated. He doesn't know how to he doesn't know how to, and I say this all the time, you do not know how to bring a fight under subjection. Makes a big problem.
There you go.
There you go.
Period. So from the mamas, you got your answer today. But thank you for being here, guys. That's our show for today. It was a joy to have you.
Absolutely.
We'll see you guys same time, same place. Be safe until tomorrow, y'all.
Bye, y'all.